if there's any question that can come for us to do our question and answer, then we'll be able to attend to all of them. So we have it in mind of taking as much as possible question today. And even though the time may not be there as much, but at least we'll try the ones we can do. And every other one, you can always chat us back and we give a proper answer to them. Okay, all right, so let's start. So you are all welcome. And today we've shouted, we've say a whole lot of things. I think this is first day, first time some of us are seeing my face. Some have seen me before, and if this is your first time, you're much welcome. So my name is Adeleke Samuel. I'll be your instructor today. I'll be in charge, and I will just do the little I could. Of course, it may not, somebody cannot finish everything, but I'll do justice to as much as I can today, and I will try to explain it. Okay, all right. Okay, so now okay, can you, is he audible enough now? Is my sound okay? All right, maybe what I'm going to do, let me release the sound if there's anything before we start fully. Uh, okay, the sound is better. Thank you so much. So I'm greeting us from wherever we are in the country, outside Nigeria, from Kenya, from Ghana, from everywhere you are joining us. I'm greeting all of us. So, like I said, my name is Adeleke Samuel. So we'll be looking at coding is easier than you thought. Of course, there are so many things people have said about coding. It's very difficult and this and that. But before I go to that, let me tell you a little bit about myself, just a little bit. Okay, I'm a full stack developer, and I've been doing this for some years now. I've been developing for more than 14 years. I've done quite some application myself. I've joined in developing some, and I've managed some. So I have a whole lot of them. I've been a senior developer, and I've done that for some time. So everything I'm saying today, I'm saying that as an expert, because I've actually done them before, and I'm fine, and I still want to do more of it. All right. So that is a little bit about me. There are so many other things, but let's just hang it like that. So let's talk about Pesa Sub Academy. Pesa Sub Academy is a digital firm, and we do what we do majorly is that we do more of training, software development. We train you about programming language, web development. We do more of we do some of digital marketing, and again, if we train you, we can help you to get you set up. Set up. What I mean by that is that every gadget that you need, software to make your life better, to be able to do what you're supposed to do, to start almost immediately. So we'll get that for you. So we do training, software for development is part of what we do. So those are those things that we do in Pesa's Hub Academy. All right. So during the couple of week that we have been chatting on the group, we've tried to do some group chat poll, and I'm able to deduce some summary from conclusion from the poll that we did. So looking at the screen now, the charts that we have on the screen. So we can see we're able to deduce there that actually learning programming may be a little bit technical, maybe a little bit difficult, yes. But with the help of an instructor or a mentor, it makes things very easy. It's just like a child that want to walk, a child that start crawling parents just do some little guiding before you know it, the child is just expert in whatever he's doing. So programming like that, yes, can be difficult, and some said they don't even know. Fine, no problem. So we'll look at it, and that is what we are here for, to be able to guide ourselves through some of these things and to be able to do the needful when if necessary. Now, let's continue. So from the poll, the A is the one we did initially. So towards the end of the week, we did the second one, which is the B. So some of us actually the response very fine. We actually commend everybody that participated in this. We really appreciate it. Also, now we are going to do more of this. We're actually going to do more thing on the group, much more thing on the group that we'll actually enjoy. All right, that is about the poll. Okay, now let's get busy. Our business of today. Let's get busy. Now let's look at coding. Now, coding is easier these days because of so many factors. And some of the factors are what we are going to be explaining to us. Now, one of the factors, I just list few of them here. Now, many process has changed. So the way and manner we do things now, it has changed, and the algorithm has been improved upon. In those days, there are a whole lot of things that you need to do, command line, do this, many things has changed. It has been worked upon, so it has been, of course, changed. Now, device as well that we use, some of the devices now, they are very, very smart now. So we, in those days, when we talk about Pentium type of system, now we are talking about IDs, i5, i7, all these. The servers are very strong now, and some of the phone that we even use can do many things these days. You see people doing graphics on phone and some of those. So the devices are much more smarter now. Now the speed of processing some of those things for a system has even increased. And in those days, when we have the memory of the system is not as that strong, now we are talking in the bigger memory now, bigger gig, and hard disk is in terabyte, even much more that now. So many things has been increased upon to the speed is much. Now the coding library, we have so many libraries that we use when we are coding. Some of those libraries, it used to be so cumbersome in those days. Cumbersome in the sense that the way people work, the way people go about it, it's so difficult to, in fact, to start with. But now, since many things has changed, so they've worked upon it, and now the algorithm, the classes is now very easy. So many things has changed. That's very, very fine. So now, so if you are coming in now and you want to do more about programming, life has been made easy. So we are just coming in to do something very easy. Unlike some of us that join when things are so terrible, and we are able to escape through the whole thing. That's fine. Now, coding, like we all know, it's the general term, and people use it, coding. Of course, coding also mean programming. Coding mean programming. Now, let's try and break it down. Let's try and crack it down. Let's understand that word coding or that word programming. Now, coding is the process of creating something. What do you do when you are writing programming? When you are coding, what do? You develop software, you write application, computer programming, you computer program, you do digital solution. Now we use computer language, programming language to do all these things. So you want to write application, software, we use programming language to do all these things. Now the question that comes to mind now is that how do I know programming language? Now, if I may want to tell you, we have a whole lot of programming language, so much of them, so many. Now, the little one you can find your hand on, just make sure you are okay with it and you are fine using them. Programming language, there are so many. Now, that is part of it. Now, again, also coding also involve writing instruction or command in the language in which computer understand. Of course, we know that computer is built on ones and zero. These are computer term, ones and zero. We are not talking more about that. So the language computer understand. So now we do more of higher language. So in this higher language that we do, many things have been done. So we now organize it in a way that we organize those instructions in a way that we use it to accomplish a specific task or a solution to solve a particular problem. Every solution, every application, everything that you do in the computer gears towards solving one particular problem or the other. That is what it's all about, solving the problem or the other. So now, how can I use coding or programming to solve problem? We have a whole lot of problem, a lot of issue. Bank has their own industry complaint here and there. There are a whole lot of things that we use coding to solve. So how do I go about doing this? Now let's look at, we have, of course, so this scenario I've painted to us, all I've been saying has brought about just these two questions that we really want to answer. And so all that we are doing today is based on these two questions. How do I know programming language? And how do I use coding to solve problems? So those are the two questions we'll be looking at today. So if you are a novice in the IT world, or you know a little thing, or you have an idea of writing code before, or you can do one or two things, or you do some, no, IT is very wide, or you're in other part of IT, you now think of, let me move to coding and do some other thing. I think you are on the right place. So we are going to use time to solve these two questions, and we are going to look at them. So how do I know programming language? Like I said, we have so many languages, so many, some in our English, German, French, so many of them. But the little that we have around us that you can play around with. Let's see. So now, if somebody now say, I want to know much about programming, that means maybe you want to build a career around it. How do you start? What do you do? So I want us to be much. I want to be also to listen very well at this stage where we are going into now. I want us to listen very well. These are some of those things people they mix it up. So I want to clarify many things. Okay, I want to build a career. I want to know more about programming. Where do I start? How do I go? Or what are the fields available? Now, we have some of them that are listed here. These are the careers that you can build. You can become a front developer. Front developer are those that we call people, everybody that say, I'm a web designer. I'm a web designer. Web designer. So they are the front developer. So they do more about the HTML and the likes. So we have the backend developer, database developer, web developer. Web developer is actually different from web designer. So they are developers. So web developer, I'm going to get that to that. We have full stack developer, software engineer, and software developer. So we have, these are careers you can build to, that you can get to, that you can know how to go about it. So now from this career now, we have other ones that are maybe at the advanced level, professional level. Somebody may say, okay, fine, I want to become a tech architect. All these other ones that are listed here, they are the a little, you need to know some things before you can attain it, before you can be a project product project analyst, and before you can be a DevOps engineer, before you can be a Scrum master. There's some other thing you need to know, but you have to start from somewhere before you get to these other ones. Fine, they are the higher level. All right, so let's look at them. What are the benefits? Even if I go into them, what do I need to know, and what are those things that the possible things that people, the salary or whatever. Now, I'm going to we base our things on the on dollar rates, but that is the standard. Now, if you want to be a front developer, all you need to know, like I said, there are so many languages. Just know one or the two, one out of Bootstrap or Angular. Just know one of them. You can know the two, no problem. Or CSS, HTML, JavaScript, and the likes. In those days, we do more of CSS, JavaScript. That's what we started from. But these days, things have changed, like I said. So if I just know Bootstrap these days, I'm good. If I can do something on Angular, I'm fine. I just need to know one. I don't need to know every language. You don't need to know all the language. Just be master of one, then have an idea of all other ones that they exist and what they use them for, you are okay. And you can see the salary range of somebody that is good at that. Now, if you want to be a backend developer, all you need to know, just know one out of C Sharp, PHP, Java, Python, Ruby, just know one. Just all you need, just pick one and you are master of it. You don't need to know all of them because all these are backend coding language. You don't need to just begin to mix things together, and you can see the salary range and some of those. So if you want to know something about, if you want to build a career along database developer, you can just know MS SQL, MySQL, no SQL, and some of the aspects. So just pick one and just master it, and you are fine. All these are career that people can build, like I said. Now let's see the other ones. Web developer. Now, for you to be a web developer, you need to know one out of a Bootstrap or Angular with one coding language, maybe C Sharp, PHP, and Java, just one. So just pick one. Maybe you know Bootstrap now and you know C Sharp. You are a good web developer, and you are fine. And you can see the salary range is in between the 85 $98,000 to $115,000. All those are annual rates. So you just have it. Now, a full stack developer are the real people that do more. So the full stack developer, you should be able to do something from front end, back end, database, Git, and hosting. So a full stack, it knows it all. Full stack. I've been a full stack developer for so many years now, and I can tell you what I can do. I can just cut across all of them, and I'm fine. Is that one person that may not depend on people and can do a whole lot. But even though it's good to have a group of people that you work together, divide the work, and but you are master of them. You know what each part should do. So you can work with a front developer, backend developer. That's so you cut across. That's a full stack developer. You can see the salary range. A software developer as well, what the person does, and so some of those things, there are things that we need to be. So I just bring a rundown about them and the salary. So you can build the career along all this. So if you want to learn how to write programming language, you just pick, okay, I just want to be a web developer, and you follow suit and you are fine. Now, let me now give you a proper part. So if you now say, okay, I'm a novice, I don't know anything, how do I start? Just tell me what I should start doing. The first thing I should start first, and that I'm fine. So now let's say you want to start, it's good for you to start from the front end developer. So you just learn to do Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a combination of a combination of a CSS, HTML, JavaScript, JSON, and some other things. They've had it together and they've built it. So, and they have they follow the W3 rules. So if you know how to use Bootstrap to develop anything, you are very fine. As in, you are good. And that's all you need. You can base your life on it and you are okay. So if you can do more on front end developer, then you may choose to add database to it. Maybe you had MS SQL to it. Somebody can end up becoming a database admin with that alone, and it's fine. So you add database to it and end up becoming a database developer as well. Then you'll be able to work on script and everything and all this, all other things. Now you can move further again by adding the backend to it. You can see how it grows. You can add backend to it. So that is, you can now pick something like a C Sharp, or you pick something like a PHP, you pick something like Java, but I do more of C Sharp and I'm very, very fine. Just know one of this language and you are okay. So if you can start from the front end, database developer, and the back end, if you're able to grow to the three, that means you can become a web developer, because web developer just need to pick Bootstrap and C Sharp, which you know before. Then you are good. Then you can even become a software developer. Software developer need to know C Sharp and database. You are good. So for you, you can see how it grows, and before you know it, just master it bit by bit. You grow with it. Now, if you are now a web developer or a software developer, before you know it, you can now with if you had a GitHub to it, and then you have a little bit of web hosting to it, not cloud so deep like that, just a little bit of web hosting to it, you become a full stack. And the full stack is the real thing. That is where it is. So you are now a full stack. You can do anything, even if you have a crew, a people you work with, some people that work under you. You know what they're supposed to do because you can do it. You are master of it. So you just become a full stack developer, which is well paid, and the demand is so high. Now, demand of all of these things we just mentioned now is very high as well. Now, again, if you are now a full stack, if you are now a full stack, what you can now become again, you can end up becoming a technical architect. You can be like that. You can become a system administrator. You can become a project manager. You can become a cloud engineer. You can become a DevOps engineer. You can become a Scrum Master. For you being a full stack, other thing you can grow to. Now, if you browse and check through all these things that I just mentioned now, you see people that are into any one of them, they are doing fine, they are doing well, they are doing great. So these are some of those things that you can learn, and you can build a path like that. And with this, you can write any programming language of your choice conveniently. Now, at Pesa Sub Academy, what we are is to take you through becoming any of these parts, whichever one you want, and how you want to be, how you want to grow. We can, of course, we can give you the instruction that you need. We can tutor you. We can give you mentor, whatever you can guide you to be able to have it through with the help of all the experts that we have and some of those things. So it's just open to as many of us that want to be want if even if you are a novice, if you don't know anything, you can build a path from it, and you are very, very fine. So I'm quickly going to show us what we have. These are some of our courses that we do there, and there's some of those things that you stand to gain. Like I said, you need an instructor, and you need a mentor to be some of those things, because they are languages, strange things, and it doesn't just come like that. All right, so we have opportunity open to as many that are on the group or that are listening to me now to be whatever you want to be. So some of our classes that we have, that we offer, of course, we have classes. I just mentioned them. These are some of our classes: the full stack, the back end, the front developer. We can tutor you to be any one of them. So, of course, if you want, and you actually eager to take that bold step of becoming anyone, you want to start from somewhere and grow. I've seen story of people that get a good job, and they said, "Do you have any IT idea?" They say, I can hone and off computer." No, this age you need more than that. Every field, the only field that will not go down is the IT field. Very soon now, even if you're a lawyer, a robot will do it. If you're a doctor, a robot will do it. Anything. If you're an accountant, a robot will do it. But there is a field that code the robot. That field cannot go down. So the field that give robot instruction, these are the field we're talking about: the IT field, the programming field. So if you are looking at in the next 10 years, what will become of some of the jobs that we do? Cars are driving themselves, so some drivers will be useless. Homes are becoming smarter. Many things, some jobs will just go. Companies that have factory, they are having robots that do many things. So robot will do many things. But the job that code robots, that one cannot go down. So we can tutor you. We have some level of percentage for our students. If you are joining us, of course, if you take any of our course now, we have a grace for a limited offer for as many we have very soon. And if you want to enroll in our boot camp as well, boot camp, a copy of boot camp is what we are doing today. So we give you a start to finish of how it is in the real world. I want to write a code. How do I start? How do I do it? How do I run it? How will it be okay? How is it in the real world? The difference between the classes and bootstrap is that classes we take you the ABC. Now, when you now come to bootstrap, we now teach you how to now begin to do maybe a complex sentence, how you do things, how it is in the real world. We now explain to you. Of course, we have our LMS. LMS is free. I'm going to give us the link to our LMS. We have free courses on it. As many can go there, take the courses. Some are paid, but we have free courses there. And we have our YouTube account. YouTube, we have videos that are there that you can use to train yourself. If you cannot go for any of our paid courses, so any of us that at the end of this class today, I'm going to give us, if you are interested in any of our paid classes, just let me know. We can of course get as much as 50% on the boot camp. You can as well get at 10%, and like I said, it's a limited offer. So as much as this offer can take care of the first 20 that call on us, this offer is open to them, and never can tell, it can be more than that, but at least this is what we can take care of. So the boot camp is starting next week, which is 18th of March, which I want us to be part of it. We are going to see a sample of it when we get to our training now. So 18th, and our classes start 25th of March, in which you can be part of it. So if you are interested, just let us know on the group chat. Just say I'm interested. Tell us the one you're interested in, and then we pick it up, we chat you up, and they'll send you the costs of what it be. So let's move on from there. I'm going to come back to this one later. Now let's see this. Now the question one has been answered. How do I write programming language? So if you join any of the classes, we will help you, we will tutor you, we grow with you, and you'll be able. So even if opportunity, some people travel abroad today, they're having problem. IT sells anywhere you find yourself. If you're an IT expert, you are just fine. You're out cake. So that is that. Now let's see some sample. How do I use programming to solve problem? Let's solve some problem. Let's see how some problem is solved. Let's see how we solve problem now. How easy it is to solve problem now. How do I go about it? So I'm going to show us. I'm going to come out of this display now. I'm going to come out of it, and I'm going to share another screen. I want to show us two things, how we do things these days and how easy it is. So if you are coming in now, you are coming into an easy world. Forget about programming is so difficult. No, you are coming into an easy world. In fact, in a subsequent lecture, subsequent webinar I'm going to be having, I'm going to be showing us how we use the ChatGPT to solve many problems. You don't need to stress yourself. Just put something, before you know it, you are fine. Even though Google is helping really, but you can still do more. So let me. I'm going to come back to this, even though we have our undo, some of this undo. We are going to paste this to the group. So if you want to go to our website, that's our LMS. You can get our free courses there. If you want to go to our YouTube, you can get our free courses on our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, and our LinkedIn page. All of this is made available for us. So those are, you can get free courses here. But if you want us to now tutor you, take you step by step, then just let us know, and we are ready for that. So let me just stop this now, and I'm going to add another screen to show us how things is being done now. So I'm going to show us. Okay, I'm coming. Just a minute. So somebody said, how long does it take to develop website these days? I'll tell you, you can finish a website in one day, and a client can pay as much as, just call it based on how much that client can pay. You can do that just in a day, and I mean a day. So I just had a screen now. Now looking at that screen, this is a sample template. This age now, there is no template of anything you want online that you will not get. But how do you get it is the problem. And even if you get it, how do you use it is the problem. Now, I need to make a distinction between a bootstrap and somebody using WordPress. Now, if you want to be a developer, if you go the route of WordPress, you may end up not becoming a developer. You end up becoming a content manager, manage content, buy. Hello, can you hear me? If you can hear me, say hi. Good. All right, that's good. So I want to know.
Hi,
I want to know people are still hearing me. All right,
I'm there.
fine. So this is a sample of templates. I show you, we show you how you get this online and how you manipulate it. So it's just one day you can have a website done and somebody is paying you 50, 60, 70,000. If somebody call me now to do a website for him, at least at this my stage, I can't do a website that I will do. I can't do something less than 300,000 because of what I'm going to put there. Because I don't just do a website, I do more of web development, more of web program. That's what I do. So where you have to do, maybe somebody have to log in somewhere, put a code, put an admin. Before you know it, you are it's just like that. So this is a template, a sample template online that you just browse and you get. I'm showing us how it looks like, how you can see. So this is template. Somebody say, okay, do me a website, and this is a bootstrap template. You can build your home from scratch. But the beautiful thing about some of these things is that they are so responsive. What I mean by responsive is that if you open it on phone, it will be fine. Open it on tab, it will be fine. Open it on system, it will be fine. Any system, any device, it will just be fine. Now, somebody just got this template now. Now, let me show us what they turn this template to. Let me show what they turn the template to. I just stopped the screen now. I want to add another page to it. Let me show us what that template was turned to, and you understand what I'm saying. All right, I just share another page now. I just share another page. Okay, no, the template I just showed to you just now. See what it was turned to. For one school, if you log on, if you go online now, you see this online working perfectly. So it is how you design it. I'm just running because it's online, is live. This one is live, so it's actually loading. So this is a school now, and they have all these their virtual class. Some of their software is doing that template was actually turned to this. So you ask me that how long does it take to build something like this? It doesn't take a whole year or a whole month that we used to do in those days again. Anything has changed. Within 1 or 2 days, you are done with this. When you have your content ready, just put the content, put the addresses, put this and that, testimony, put their images, and you are fine. And they pay you are good. Even though this one has more other thing to it. So this is how we do websites. We do it these days, and we make life easy for ourselves. So when somebody say it's very difficult to, I will tell you it's not like the way it used to be in those days. Many things has changed, and things are still changing, and it will still continue to change. So how do I use website coding to solve a problem? I just show us a two sample now from getting the template and what we turn the template into. It was in those days that we now have to go and start from writing the CSS and write the HTML and write the Java. But I will tell you that if you want to do that now, you can do it. But you need to write any application you are writing now must be responsive enough to fit into any device. That's the reason why we have some of these that have been done, and we just make use of them, and we are fine. So these are some of those things that we are doing, and that we are enjoying now, and you too can come in to enjoy as well. So it may not be as difficult as you actually think to do some of these things. So if you have listened to me, I've shown us how to build a career, and I've shown us how easy it is. So the next thing we are going into now is that we are going to the training properly. I'm going to show us some start to finish of a particular job. But before we do that, I want to open up the floor. Let's entertain some few questions. I'm going to open up the video and mic. So if you have any question, you can actually type it, and or you can just open up your mic and just ask the question, or you type. So some will answer now, some will answer it on the group. So, but if you want to talk, or make sure your background doesn't distract, and we are able to flow alongside with you. So anybody with any question before we move on from where we are now, let's entertain some few questions before we continue. Anybody? All right. So Adewale, you are talking. You can open your mic. Let's hear you talking.
Good evening,
All right.
sir.
Good evening.
Hello. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity. We are very grateful. It's a wonderful one. This is my questions. I've been so curious to know about much about full stack development, and I visited a IT development,
I
and
can.
they also said
Can you
for
go
me to
over it
become
again?
a
Your voice just
front
go down.
end
Can you
development,
go over
that
the
I
question
need to
again?
know about how to use a UI UX to design the prototype.
Okay. That's your
Hello.
question. That's your question. UI UX. Now,
All right.
the reason why I
The
don't talk.
major question I'm asking is that for me to become a front end development,
Okay. All right. Now, the
is it
reason why.
necessary for me to know about UI and UX?
Okay. So, if you want to hear an answer from me, I will say no. You don't need. No, you don't need. You don't need it because if you are a designer, maybe in your life you know about designing, maybe you use Corel
Okay.
Draw, you do Canva, you do all those things, designer. Now, those people now they try and help. Or if you see the website that I showed to us, there's a banner, there are images, there are people that does those things for us. Fine. Now we try to integrate them into development work, so we are able to carve out UI UX. UI/UX just do you a prototype of how your project will look like. Image. I, as a developer, if you come up with your images, yes, I know how it's going to look like. I cannot consume it. I can't consume because you need to slice that thing down to HTML for me, HTML and CSS. If you cannot slice it down, I can't use it. But you giving me the prototype of what I need to work to, which is fine. So UI UX is good for the designers. Fine, let them do so. A developer may not. You don't need to start from UI UX. No, don't leave it for them. But if you want to start from the front end. So whatever the UI UX have done, then you pick it up at the front end, you make it into HTML to CSS, and define using Bootstrap. Then the backend can now pick it up, every other thing can pick it up because our work starts from HTML. That's where our work starts from. Anything from that, if you give me image, I will ask you, this thing is looking fine, but how do I convert it to HTML so I can start using it? So slicing, most of them cannot do slicing. If you ask any UI UX guy, can you slice this down to HTML? They will say no. But that is very, very important. But you may not need to start from there. But if you know it, it's very good. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
All right. So any other person before we go on? Any other person with any question? All right. So okay. Anybody again with any question? So we can move on. Let me see our chat. Okay, Pelumi, go ahead and talk. You can open up your mic and talk.
Yes, this is Ayobami. Good evening.
All right. All right. You're welcome.
Thank you for this. I'm not actually new to uh, web development or coding, so to say, but it
Okay.
has been a up and down journey. Like I know you understand what I'm saying. If I say up and
Yeah. Yeah.
down
Yeah.
journey, like
Yes. Yes.
so, my question now is that I actually stop at CSS and
Okay.
I'm done with HTML. Yes, I'm done with HTML.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this CSS, I actually stopped there. But when I now see something on, at the beginning you said Bootstrap can replace both HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So are you saying? So I'm not asking. So it means I can actually suspend all every other thing and just learn Bootstrap. And that would that make me a front end developer? That's the
Okay.
question.
All
Just
right.
going to Bootstrap straight. That's going to any other HTML, CSS, or
Yes, you
JavaScript.
are
That's the
very
question.
good. So in those days when we started writing programming, we do CSS, HTML, JavaScript. I said it. But if you are coming in now, please don't go that route. All you need to know is they will give you, if you join one of our classes, we are going to show you those languages, how they match them together. But we are not going to waste time teaching you. Take time on HTML, take time on CSS, take time on JavaScript. No, we will not do that. No. We will just take you to Bootstrap and open you how Bootstrap has done this. So what you need to now do is that understand all the containers, all the div, all the classes, because Bootstrap is a gigantic class of HTML, JavaScript that they've written it already. You just be calling it and apply it to it. You are fine. So you don't need to go that route again, but you need to know it at okay. This is when I see color. This is what it means. When I see this, you still need to know a little. But you writing your CSS for your job at this age, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I hope I've been able to answer that. So,
Thank
Omar,
you. Thank you.
Omar, you are raising up your hand. Let me answer you, and then we'll move on. Omar, you can talk.
Yes, Mr. Drake,
All
I'm
right,
just
welcome.
asked if I'm just asked if this program is good for people who doesn't understand anything in programming. Maybe people like me, I'm just not the HTML only. If this program can help me be maybe a software developer. That is the first question. The second one, you said that you are not dealing with teaching people maybe Java or HTML simultaneously, but you are direct us to the bootstrap, which is the giant part of the becoming one. So if this bootstrap is friendly to understand to coding, or maybe we just first need to know Java, HTML, then no, the bootstrap. That is the second one. I'm
Now,
done.
thank you for that. Now, let me tell you, if I want to scare you away as a novice, as someone that's just coming in, and I open you up to a JavaScript that come and learn JavaScript, I bet you will not, you will run away. Now, JavaScript is so cumbersome to understand. I'm telling you this, so cumbersome. JavaScript is different from Java itself. There are two different languages. JavaScript is more front end. Now, and they can use it to do back end as well. It's a very good, robust way. But as a novice, I now introduce you to JavaScript, you run away. Now, I can show you how tags are made, how attributes are made, how classes are joined in nature. I'll just show you all those things. But when you come to the real thing, I'm going to, because if you ask me now, I'm going to teach you. I'm a full stack developer. I do it from start to finish. I can work with a front developer, back end developer. I can work with anybody. But if you put me in a room, give me what I need to do, come back the next week, I'll give you your job. Only me. That's how I'm saying. A full stack. I know everything from back to end. So I'm going to start. So if you are coming in as a novice and you're asking me how am I going to help you, I'll tell you I have a story and I can take you through. I'll not take you through the difficult story. I'll take you to the easy one, and then you'll be able to achieve it. And you see yourself being able to write code very well, as in comfortable. So I'll take you through. I'll give you the rudiments, and I'll drop you into Bootstrap. Maybe able to do Bootstrap. I'll throw you into the backend coding, which is I'll throw you into maybe I'll throw you into C sharp. I'll do more of C sharp. C sharp is very easy to do, sort of. I'll throw you into that. You do because C sharp, PHP, Java, they are on the same line. So just pick anyone. I do more of C sharp. I'm a .NET person. .NET person to the course. So I throw you into that, and I just give you the database, MS SQL. I'll give you, show you around. You'll be able to do your table, do your script, your stop procedure. Before you know it, you put it together. You have your computer application. It doesn't. All this I'm saying, they're not rocket science. So you ask me that do I have testimony of people that have taught, or how do I have, after this class, we are going to throw some of those things on the group because we don't want to bother you with some of those things because you are just coming in. So after the training, then we are going to show you some of this things. So after this now, I'm going to show us a start to finish of what we do. I'm going to show you a training. So I'm going to be handing the questioning now. I'll hand it now. So I'm not going to entertain the question now because I need another 50 minutes thereabout to do a start to finish work for us. So I want us to be attentive. See what I do. See the way I do it. Of course, you are seeing it for the first time. It may be very difficult. You may be difficult at seeing that way. Is it as that easy? Yes, it's as that because I do it live. So I'm going to go into it now. And so as we are, I'm going to. So for now, allow me to upload the mics and all the video. If you have any question, please put it on the chat. I'm going to see it. I'm going to attend to it. And subsequently, every other thing that we have, we are going to talk over it. So I'm going to take us to the training now. So let's run through the training. Like I said, about 40, actually it's about 50 minutes. So because it's a start to finish process that I did. So I'm going to show us what it is and how you can go about to do a simple application. Actually, what we will be doing now is that we will be seeing how do I do a contact page. Every website has contact page, and you will see I just type and send mail to me. How do we do it? It's in those days very complex, but I'll show you how simple it is now, and you will see that if you now enroll to any of our classes, we show you very well how you can do it. If you join our boot camp, what I'm showing now is a copy of our bootcamp, one of our bootcamp classes. I'm going to show you, see step by step, because that is how the real life scenario is what I'm doing for us, and you see step by step. So allow me to start the class now. So it is start to finish. I may not break in between. I want it to roll completely. So then after all, if you are still hanging on, then we'll come back. If there's any question at that time, we answer it. If not, it's not as easy, it's not as difficult as you thought. So I'm switching on. I'm switching to the class mode now. I'm going to take off my video. Allow me to take off my video as well, so that then after all, I'll come back and we'll now attend to us. Our classes, of course, our classes is online. We're taking students very well online, and all of them enjoy it. So, okay, just in a minute. Can we all see this? Can we all see this? Can we all see my screen?
Yes.
You can see my screen. All right. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
all right. Just give me.
Yes.
So I'm starting now. Yeah, so it's a start to finish process. Just listen very well. If any part is not clear to you, you can put something. You can jot something down. Then you can always come back to it after all. So it's about 50 minutes. Just a complete process within 15 minutes. So you see how you know. So enjoy it while I start the class now. Hello, welcome there. Now, in this session of our training today, I'll be showing us how to do a contact us page. Contact us page is one of those pages you see. It's very common. Most of the website has it. Most of the application, you see a form in which you fill maybe a ticket, maybe you create a request, something. So it's a form that you fill, that you send to the company. So it is a very rampant page. How do we do it in a simple way, in a simple way to show us how easy and convenient it is to write the code? So what we are going to be doing today is, well, I just show. Let me run through. Let me just put my name. I put my email, and I put a random phone number. I put my subject, and I put the body of the message requesting for anything. I just say thank you so much. That's what I just want to put, and I send it. So looking at how our page look like, so this is a sample of what we are going to do. So yes, mail was sent successfully, meaning that your mail has been sent. So this is what we are going to be doing today. How easy it is to actually get this. So I just open up the mail to show us the mail I just sent now. You can see. Thank you. So let me, if I open this, thank you so much. What I've just sent now, I just sent it just now. You can see I have other sample I have. So to show you that you can actually, that can actually can see there's the mail and everything online service that I just picking up. So the simple way of how to send the mail. So we're going to be designing this in a little while. How do we achieve this? Very simple. Now I'm going to minimize from this. Now, what I'm going to show us now is that what are those things that we need to achieve that. So this is a template. A template is we have bootstrap templates all over internet. You can easily check and get template of whatever you are needing. So we need the template. I've gotten it, I've downloaded it. So let me open this for you and see and show you what I mean by a template. So this is a bootstrap 5 template, bootstrap template. Actually it's HTML5. So it's just a template, it has nothing inside, it cannot run. So how do we get this? How do I able to get a good template? We have some that are free, some are paid. By the time we enroll in our classes, take you through, we show you how you can get this and how you can get the good one for your project. There's no project you want to write that you will not get a template that fits it. There's no, because we have many thousands of those templates online. So we're going to be using this the template. So like I mentioned, let me show you. If I just click a button, it's just showing you error, it's not going anywhere. So I'm going to close out of this. So after the template, what we need again is a studio. Now this is a studio. This is a visual .NET Studio, .NET 2023, and the version is 7.0 for now. So this is the latest at this time of this video. So if you're one of our students, a copy of this will be sent to you. This is the enterprise version. Is a paid version, so it's not free. We have some free version, but this is so